Hey, what's going on, guys? NorCal Rifleman coming at you guys with another video here. In this video, I'll be doing a quick little show and tell of my Ruger 1022 I have here. I know it looks a little different, but I'll go over some of the things that I, threw on there, and yeah, hopefully, you guys like the video. So first of all, let's just make sure this gun's empty. I made sure it was clear before the video, but I just like to be extra safe. Magazine's empty, chamber's empty, this rifle is safe. So right off the bat, I'll go ahead and start with the stock. The stock is obviously a Magpul Hunter x22 stock. I really love this stock a lot for the modularity. The grip angle is definitely a little bit more comfortable than your traditional like hunting rifle style grip. I definitely like this grip a whole lot more. I feel like it's a lot more comfortable for sure. It helps you get a pretty good purchase of the firearm. Again, it's a 22, so it's not like it's a heavy recoil gun, but it definitely helps to have a little bit better grip. So it's definitely more comfortable to hold, and I'm a big fan of Magpul stuff. So this stock definitely it's definitely a comfortable one. As you can see, I did have some paint. I'll go ahead and tell you guys how I did this paint job. It wasn't too hard. All I did was buy one of those camouflage paints. I believe it was Rust-Oleum, I think it was, the camel paint that they have. And it has somewhat of a pattern, as you can see. It kind of looks like fish scales a little bit. What I used to get that pattern in there is one of those little, when you go to the grocery store and you buy those little tiny oranges, they call it cuties or halos or whatever. I actually use one of those bags. So pretty much, I stripped the whole gun apart, set the rifle down on a piece of cardboard, degreased it, cleaned it up really good. And I would just literally, put the orange bag over the stock and then just go to town with the spray paint. This is like the first rifle I've ever painted, and I actually like the result. I think it looks pretty good. It looks like a little, pretty good little camouflage pattern, But I definitely think it gives it a pretty good look. As you can see, the pattern is all over the rifle. It's a little darker, but there's pretty good lighting in here, so it's kind of hard to really notice how dark it is. But yeah. So yeah, for the cheek piece here, for the cheek weld, it's just a Magpul cheek weld kit that I bought on Amazon, I believe. All it is pretty much, it raises your cheek on the stock. So the reason why I got this cheek piece here is because when I went and replaced the Optic that this gun came with, I replaced the scope mount that it came with this little Picatinny rail here. I forgot the brand of the company. I got the packaging here somewhere. See if I could find it. It's Tactical Solutions x22 MOA rail for Ruger 1022 rifles. It's definitely a lot better than the stock scope mount that it comes with, because this guy, you're limited to what kind of optics you can mount on here. So when you replace it with this one, you're definitely opening up your doors to mounting all kinds of optics on here. So the optic that I went with is a optic made by a local company here in town. It's made by Tactical Armament. They are a veteran-owned, veteran-operated company. It's a 1.4 by 24 LPVO. It's a Falcon V2. It's a pretty good little optic, man, for what you pay for it. Honestly, you get a lot out of it. It actually has some illumination settings as well. It has a pretty crisp crosshair. It works pretty good. And it has a nice little throw lever that it comes with, so you can make magnification adjustments or whatever. And right back here, it has a little ring that you turn, for the parallax or whatever, just make the picture clear at different, magnification settings. The turrets, they're like little, you pull them the top one, you would pull it up a little bit, and then you're able to make your adjustments from there. And for elevation, and the side one here is for windage. So yeah, same deal. You know, you would just pull it out and start, you know, turning the dials accordingly. And then to lock the zero, you push it back in, and it locks it up pretty good. It actually holds zero when I had this mounted on the AR before. It is like, you know, one of those entry-level optics. It is fairly inexpensive. I paid about 130 bucks for it, maybe at a local gun shop. And now they actually sell this optic on Amazon for 99 bucks, you know, so there's that. And if you're looking to just get into an optic like this, you know, this is a pretty good solution. You know, they have pretty good warranty, so when you buy it, go ahead and register on their website, and if you ever have any problems, you know, no questions asked, you send in the old unit, they'll send you a new one. I haven't had to do that. Like I said, this optic's been good to me, so and if it does, you know, then I'll just ask for a replacement or whatever. But it actually comes with its own mount too, so it's pretty cool. You don't gotta worry about buying a mount. And yeah, it works pretty good. I decided to go with an LPVO for this build here because it's just nice to have something that could go from 0 magnification to 4 or 6 or whatever, you know. This is obviously just a 1:4, so this one is more than enough for a 22 LR. And but I really like the optic. It serves its purpose. It works well. So moving on to the front here is just a Magpul M-Lock for, you know, vertical pistol grip. I know here in California you're not supposed to have pistol grips, but that only applies to centerfire rifles. So this is not a centerfire rifle, it's a rimfire, so perfectly okay to have one of these guys in here. The magazine is a Ruger BX25. Obviously it's not a 25 rounder, it's a 10 rounder. So inside this magazine has a block that limits it to only taking 10 rounds, right? And then it's glued. So if you were to take this magazine apart, chances are the magazine would break and you would just waste the magazine. So I got this magazine just, you know, for the look, honestly, because obviously it won't hold 25 rounds. I know it sucks, you know, if you live in a free state, having a bunch of these would, you know, definitely come in handy for sure, because you could do some serious work with 25 rounds of 22 LR, you know. But for the looks, I just bought it because I like the way it looks. I actually use these little Ruger 1022 magazines here. They're the little rotary mags. These are little 10 rounders. And then I buy these little couplers here that holds them together. So, you know, they work pretty good. So you'll go to load it and, you know, you'll shoot it, whatever. And then when you're done, all you do is just rotate it, throw it back in there, you know, pull the bolt back and you're good to go. I don't grip the pistol grip like this, like how a lot of people would. I personally like to, you know, kind of like an AR, do like a C-clamp kind of grip on here. Obviously without putting my finger over the barrel, because then you'll get burned. I do mostly like in the front right here. This grip right here to me is really comfortable. It's a little, it helps me stabilize the gun a little better. Not that you need to, because again, it's a 22 LR. It's not a whole lot of recoil. Actually, no recoil at all, so you shouldn't even have to worry about gripping it, you know, for dear life or whatever. But this is just a really comfortable grip for me right here. So, you know, with the conjunction of the cheek weld, the grip, and this forward vertical grip, it definitely feels really, really comfortable when you're looking down the optic of this guy. So, yeah, you know, it's pretty cool. Moving on to the sling. The sling, I decided to go a little cheap, you know. This is just a little, I think I spent like 10 bucks on this sling on Amazon. Just a 2-point sling, nothing too fancy. It does not have a quick adjuster or anything like that. This is pretty much just set in whatever adjustment you install it in. And I mean, it works really good. You know, if I had to sling this or whatever, you know, you can. You know, just the way it is, it's not a problem. And if you needed to use it with the sling, the length that I have it adjusted to, then you can do that too. It's not a problem at all. The sling mount that I use is a Magpul M-Lock. I forgot the name of this sling mount here, but it pretty much looks like a traditional sling mount, like what you would find in the front of an AR, you know, like under the A2 side post or whatever. And it's pretty sturdy, man. I mean, it works really good. It locks up to the M-lock section here on the side, and it's pretty rugged. It's not gonna come off at all, you know. So there's that. And in the back, I just have it right here mounted to the pre-existing sling mount here on the stock. You could put a QD in here, but I mean, I don't really care for QD too much, at least for, you know, this rifle here. So I just decided to run it through here, you know, save a little bit of money. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all there is to it. It's nothing too special, you know. I know it looks a little bit different, but to me, this setup here works really well. This is definitely a rifle that, you know, I like to take out a lot to shoot. You know, obviously ammo is cheap. 22 rimfire is kind of finicky if you get cheap ammo, so I try to shoot CCI or, you know, good quality ammo to this. And yeah, it's just fun, you know, plinking all day at the range and not really having to worry too much about the cost, especially right now. So it works pretty good, you know. I personally like to keep the length of pole a little shorter on, you know, guns like these, because honestly, if shit ever hit the fan, this would probably be one of the guns that if I could only take 2 guns, I'd probably take like just one of my AR-15s and then this guy probably, because this would be a nice little survival gun, to be honest. You could carry a ton of ammo on you and it wouldn't be too bad, so it would be a good little choice. Plus, you know, if I had to hand this off to, maybe not my kid because, you know, they're too young, but, you know, my fiance or whatever, then hey, it would be a nice little backup, you know. And you know, it's a nice little squirrel gun or rabbit gun, whatever, if you want to use this to hunt. This would actually work out really well. I'm in California, so here in California, if you want to hunt, you know, you gotta use lead-free ammo. And luckily, I was able to find some lead-free 22 LR for this guy. So if I ever decided, you know, go put some squirrels down or rabbits or whatever to consume, then this would be a nice little gun to take for that. Anything bigger, you're just gonna create a whole lot of pink mist, and yeah, not gonna have a whole lot of meat left to eat. So there's that. But yeah, you know, it's nothing too special. Like I said, it's just your standard Ruger 1022. This one just has the regular, you know, front post with the little brass sight over here, and it has this rear flip up one on the barrel. So obviously with this setup, you can't use the iron sights, but you know, if you ever needed to take off the optic, then you would be able to. So I was kind of thinking of getting like a QD mount for this optic here. So, you know, in the event that you did need to take it off, then you just be able to take it off fairly quickly and use the iron sights on this guy. But I don't know. I mean, it comes off with an Allen wrench. I could probably just store an Allen wrench right back here in the stock and just call it a day. But I don't know. I'm not really looking to spend a whole lot of money on a QD mount for this guy, because this setup works just perfectly. I don't have to worry about battery running out. It is an illuminated reticle, but again, it has a crosshair, so you know, it's always going to be there. Like I said, I mean, it holds 0 on hotter stuff like 5.56, 223s, no problem. So for a 22, I think this is more than enough, you know. But yeah, this is pretty much my little build here. If you're interested on building something like this and you need some help or whatever, just go ahead and leave me a comment or whatever and hit me up if you like. But yeah, wish I lived in a free state. This would definitely be a nice little gun to have, you know, with regular BX25 mags. So yeah, but you know, the way it is, it works. Like I said, I just got the mag because, you know, for the look, I like the way it looks. So yeah, this would definitely be a nice little keeper to have for me to pass on to my kids, you know, teaching the people how to shoot. It's a pretty good platform, you know, 22 LR. So yeah. All right, there it is. Thanks for watching, guys.